Okay, so here we are. We're going to be replacing this, which I already replaced. You can see the color difference between this board and the top board. But I thought we would be able to access the water damaged portion of the joint. The rim joist had pretty extensive water damage, and I thought we'd be able to access it from the back. But what I didn't realize was I had already put this over it thinking we could access it from the back end, but the back of the board is actually fine. So I bought some wood petrifier based off of a recommendation of my local handyman, because I'm going to have this door replaced, but in order to replace the door I wanted to get all of this replaced because it's ugly and it needs to be replaced. Additionally, I'm having the house painted, so why would you want to cover that with paint? You wouldn't. So that's what I'm doing today. I've already got my saw laid out, got a piece of siding that I originally used as scrap board. It's just not anything anymore. So that's so that the saw will glide across. I'll use the saw to do that, and then I've got my other tool that I'll use that will make it so I can cut upward, because I'm going to cut it just below that frame right there. So we'll see how it goes. Blade wasn't set low enough, so just put it just a tiny bit lower. So I can destroy this piece because it's coming off anyway. So I didn't realize that the step was going to be in the way, so that is an example of not thinking things through. I need this bottom piece to come out too, because that's where most of the water damage is. You can kind of see. I wanted it to line up with the lattice that's above, but I'm realizing I might have to cut it back a little bit further because I don't have any access, because this cement step is not going anywhere. You might be asking, why wouldn't I just take the whole piece out and make it easier? And I'll tell you why. Because I replaced the water spigot, and there's also a internet line that needs to come off the house to replace it, and also the laundry vent, the dryer vent, which I've sealed all of those things back into place. They are not easy to disconnect. In fact, they do not disconnect without, at least the water line doesn't disconnect without cutting through a water line. So that's just, it's not even an option to do that. And the best place is to line it up with this lattice that's off of this piece right here to make it look uniform and nice. Okay, so after quite a bit of consideration and single deliberation and checking online for longer oscillating blades, I've decided I'm just gonna cut along the side, give myself access, because pretty much everything I want will take until well into July, and it's only like June something. I don't know. I don't even know what today is, like June. I don't know. Anyways, it's gonna take more than a couple of days, and I just don't have the time for that. So that's what we're gonna do. Just in case you were wondering, that has been disconnected since the day I moved into the house, like 15 years ago, so I'm not even remotely worried about it. I'll trim it in the garage and let it be because it's been in the elements for years. So what I'm doing is I'm removing all the loose wood so that way when I put the petrifier on, it's not petrifying itself to super loose wood, which obviously is not helpful. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just removing the loose wood to allow the petrifier to hit the healthier damaged wood. And that way it'll harden up, and then I'll put the putty on it, which will be quite the process actually. And then I'll have a rim joist that is fixed, and that's it. Okay, so I have the PC petrifier that I'm going to use. To do that, I'm going to put this into this spray bottle. It's a little cheap probably $1 spray bottle because it needs to be able to penetrate the wood. And because it's a flat surface, this is going to probably be the easiest way to do it. So all the instructions do is say area to be treated must be dry and free of dirt, which I just did. Remove loose paint and flaky wood, which I did before that, which in my opinion, those instructions are backwards. You should remove the loose paint and flaky wood first, and then remove everything else, but whatever. And then it says if it's on vertical surfaces or painted surfaces to drill access holes. But as you can see, that's pretty damaged, so I'm not gonna do that. It's pretty well penetrated as is. And that's it. It says apply generously by pouring, spraying, or brushing, which I'm not going to be doing any of that except for spraying because it'll be the easiest way to do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill her up, put it in. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and apply this to the wood and then let it dry. So I will let that dry. When I come home, I'll do a second coat because it's what the instructions say, and I am a rule follower when it comes down to it. So for now, I'm gonna let it dry and get ready for barbecue.